Welcome to a Saturday morning here on the new WTON. And the lovely and talented Cynthia Hash is holds us radio open house for us every week, where she takes us on a tour of the reality of real estate, and it just shows you behind the curtain, which really is rare. To find somebody that will let you see, what's going on when you see the sign on the side of the road, or you see the pop up in your inbox of something you may have looked at 10 years ago. Good morning, Cynthia. How are you doing?
Doing great, Joe. I appreciate the introduction. And we have really what I'm doing today is very different than what we have been doing.
How
But
so?
it also, well, it's still an education on what to look out for in regards to uh, what to, what's the good that you need to have in a new construction,
Oh, okay.
and how can you tell the difference between the average contractor and the above average contractor. Uh, yeah.
That's interesting because there's a newness factor that I think a lot of people get fooled by. Well, it's new sheetrock, it's new paint, it's new finish on the floor, or even new laminate on the floor. I mean, and you watch those shows, the Flip This House, and the guy comes in there and does a slap and tickle job, but it looks great, when it's done. But you watched him do it with, paper mache and some crayons.
Yeah, pretty much. And you don't want to cut corners. And that's the biggest thing that you got to look for is this builder that you've hired or that you're trusting or whatever with your next biggest purchase,
Hmm.
is that builder really doing quality work, and where are they cutting corners?
I don't
Because
know
they're
if you
going
want them cutting corners at all, do you?
You shouldn't. And the thing is that people do cut corners because they want to reduce the amount of cost that they have involved. And so instead of doing it, uh, sparing no expense, so to speak. And when you have that kind of cutting cost attitude, then unfortunately you get less quality. And so this is talking about we do I'll introduce it in a you mentioned something in open house in the introduction. This is a triple open house. We have two events that are triple open houses events.
Really?
And yeah, that would mean that all at the same time we have three houses open in the same neighborhood.
Okay,
And,
that's kind of cool.
yeah, and this tells you also the RHI Homes difference. So that's the builder that I'm representing right now, and the place to come is going to be 487 Kenwood Lane in Ruckersville, and that is in beautiful Hancock Farms. And there are three newly constructed homes in various positions. One's fully finished and ready, and the other one's almost there. And then there's another one that is in the process of being it's under roof now, and some drywall and stuff. But
So
that's
you can
about it for
kind
that
of
one.
get a
Mhm.
feel for how it must. Now this is the
Exactly.
same builder. We've met this builder before. You've brought the builder on to the show, haven't you?
Yes, I have. Yes, and Dunbont is the is a very, very talented guy, and he is he's not the builder per se. He's hired the builder, and what he is he's the investor.
Okay.
So he does, and I'll explain some of this as to why this is a really good partnership, so to speak. Okay, it's not really partner. They're not partners, the one's hiring the other one, but at the
Sure.
same time, the main thing is this is when you have an investor that's behind the scenes and they're actually, doing things properly and not sparing, making sure that they're giving quality, that is the most important thing. So if you come to the open house, please note that the first one happens to be on Wednesday, June 18th. And that's going to be from 11 to 2. And it's actually it's a broker open house. So what you'll see there is professional brokers that are also going to be coming during the day and during the week. And we're going to be serving lunch from Mission Barbecue in the garage
I
at
may not even want a house. I might just want to come for the food, right?
you might, yeah, you just might. And but bring your realtor with you. So if you have an agent or a realtor or a broker that you are already that who's already representing you, we
Mhm.
welcome you to bring them. Okay.
Yeah.
And then the other one, this is why it's times two. That's a triple open house times two, is going to be open on Sunday, June 22nd. And one is going to be from 11 to 2 because we're serving lunch. The other one is going to be Sunday, June 22nd, and that's 1 to 4. And we're not going to be serving lunch on that one. But it is a beautiful driveway. It's a beautiful home. And what we'll do is we'll cart you over to other places, to the
Okay.
other two properties. And
So,
yeah,
so you have time to plan for this. I mean, we're talking about this coming Wednesday and then a
yeah.
week from tomorrow.
We've been planning this for a few weeks now.
Okay. All
And so
good
we
parties deserve planning.
That's exactly right. It is a good party. It's going to be a nice party, I think. Here's the cool thing is we've hired a professional headshot type of, person photographer. Okay. Normally I hire somebody who does the photography for uh, either the construction or the new construction or the resales or whatever that I do in my business. And but this time there's going to be a person there who is a professional who does people,
Okay.
not houses. Okay. And so she's going to be there between 11:30 and 12:30. And she is fantastic. KMS photography, really, really good gal and very, very talented. So she would love to, this is free and she'd
Hmm.
love to have you.
Oh, that's great.
So yeah, it's kind of unique, thinking outside the box per se, and trying to help, folks just get them out there and see the actual construction. And lot 47 is where you would come. It's that's where the whole thing starts at 487 Kenwood Lane, Ruckersville, Virginia 22968. And what lot 47 has is double primary suites, Joe.
What does that mean?
Double,
I've never heard that
double.
phrase before.
It's so cool because there's a primary suite on the first floor and a primary suite also on the second floor. So it's really good for
Now
someone
that's the
who,
the artist formerly known as the you know what bedroom, right?
yes,
That shall not be named master bedroom.
that's
But
right.
this has a bathroom, an attached bathroom, and all of
Yeah,
the amenities, big closet, and all those things you expect in those.
that's exactly right.
I
Yeah,
had never
that's
heard the
exactly
phrase
right.
primary suite. Maybe I wasn't paying attention, but
What we've been
I meant,
doing is transitioning from master suite to primary suite. That way it is a little bit more accurate because, what really did that mean to begin with? So nobody knows. So primary suite seems to be more accurate.
okay.
Um, but there's total of 4 bedrooms, three and a half baths. Okay.
Hmm.
And it's 2,400 finished square feet above ground. It's on a conditioned crawl space, which is really super nice. You don't get those very often. And we are dropping the price to an amazing $640,000.
Wow.
And yeah, and the grass is coming in, the bushes are planted. It has a lovely winding paved driveway, and it has two separate conditioned attics.
Two attics. Interesting. So you got some good
Yes.
storage.
Yes, it does. Of course, two-car garage, and also the things that when I say conditioned, I mean these are places where it it's in, you wouldn't believe it. It looks so daggone clean. You know, and it's not the blown insulation stuff. It's, that kind of thing. And I'll go into that in a little bit more detail. Lot 65 is the other one, and that's at 237 Palmer Place in Ruckersville, Virginia, 22968. And that is going to be listed at 699 here soon. And that has 4 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, 2,304 square feet, full unfinished basement of 1,008 unfinished square feet.
Wow.
And what they're going to do with that unfinished square feet in the basement is pretty amazing. They're going to actually paint the 2x4s to make it look somewhat finished and not so dark,
Okay.
because there's a huge window down there and everything. You could actually end up building building another primary suite down there somewhere, because it's basically ready for it.
Okay.
And
Okay.
it's going to have a somewhat finished look in the basement. There's a front loading 2-car garage, and
Nice.
it also backs up to a huge common area, which is amazing and it sits on a quiet cul-de-sac. It's really a lovely place.
Very
Um,
cool.
Unfortunately, the only primary suite that it has is on the second floor, so it's not for somebody that needs a first floor access.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
and then lot 72, that's the triple that makes the triple. Okay. And that's the 162 Palmer Place, and the base price on that is 855 and 855,000. It was it has been upgraded quite a bit, and it does have the double primary suites that lot 47 has.
Hmm.
The first on the first floor, and the second one on the second floor. And it does have a total 4 bedrooms, and it does have 3.5 baths. This
Nice.
one, though, is 2,744 finished square feet above ground.
It's a big one.
It's a big one. It's a bigger one. And the garage, of course, is 676 square feet. It's a side load garage. It really looks nice. It has a beautiful winding driveway. It's all paved. And it is, again, has the two conditioned attics and the conditioned crawl space, which is amazing. So
Hmm.
that makes the triple. And we're going to have multiple agents on duty to escort you to the other two properties that are
Right.
under construction during the open houses. And again, those open houses are the broker open, bring your broker,
Hmm.
Wednesday, June 18th from 11 to 2. We're serving lunch in the garage, and then the public open is Sunday, June 22nd. And it all starts at 487 um, Kenwood Lane. Now, let me go into a little bit. I will tell you, you can go on to RHI-Homes.com,
Hmm.
and you will find there everything that we would be able to see, on the internet and more. Okay.
Okay.
And so what that is all 3 properties, floor plans, things of that nature that you'll be able to see as well. But here's where I would like to go into in depth in regards to the RHI Homes difference. Okay.
Okay.
So, number one, why are there 2 HVAC units?
There are
Usually
two.
they'll 2 HVAC units. The reason that there's 2 is because here's the thing. Most builders, if it's under 3,000 square feet, they're only going to install 1 HVAC unit. And they might have like a damper or something for a house this under 3,000 square feet.
Hmm.
But erroneously, they think the damper is set up like as an upsell.
Oh.
When in fact, it's just the opposite. The competition is cutting costs, so they only have one HVAC with a damper, whereas 2 HVACs right? Costs money, but we have
No.
two HVACs on all of our systems,
But
on
that
all of
wouldn't
our
that mean
homes.
each one doesn't have to work as hard, therefore might
Mhm.
last longer?
It pretty much does, and it's also way more efficient.
Okay.
So you'll see that in your electric bills. You'll see lower electric bills than you might expect because having two HVAC units, that's money spent up front, so by the builder in a fashion of, hey, we want to make sure that we are uh, giving more quality
Mhm.
and better service, and you're going to be able to see that in lower electric bills.
Well, and I
And
think the value proposition is if each unit doesn't have to work nearly as hard as well, they're going to last longer,
they
which means
will.
you're not worried about, do is it time to, because even if you buy a brand new home, these things have life cycles and they're all moving parts and things like that.
That's true. And so the other thing, number two, is those conditioned crawl space and conditioned attic spaces that I was telling you about.
Mhm.
Well, many builders don't condition those spaces at all.
Now, what does that mean, condition? See, in my mind, I'm thinking, sealed. I've seen some of
Hmm.
these, where you get the what do they call it, vapor guard, and
Yeah.
all that stuff, so you don't wind up worrying is there mold growing under there after heavy rains and stuff like that. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes, but a little bit more. And I'll tell you this. So if you don't have a conditioned crawl and a conditioned attic, you'll see the difference in just the fact that in the quality in just looking at it, immediately just seeing it, you'll see the difference.
Okay.
And because it's a very, very bright white kind of situation, and most other builders are interested in cutting costs in order to boost their profits. But the RHI Homes difference is that we make sure the quality and the consumer are thought of first and foremost, and not just the budget. Okay.
Ah, good
There's the
idea.
difference. So what many other builders do is they concentrate only on appealing to the consumer strictly with what they can see with their two eyes
Mhm.
in the finished floor plan spaces, and that's all they care about. And they're not really concerned as much in regards to the efficiency and the preventive measures. Okay.
Mhm.
And as I think it was Franklin who said, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And
Absolutely.
yeah, and a condition crawl and attic not only look better, look cleaner, look brighter, but you'll also lower electric bills as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Cynthia Hash, it's the reality of real estate here on the new WTON and these open houses coming up because and I always worried about this and I was when my wife and I were looking for a home, we did go into some new ones and I said, I can't judge whether this is good or not. It's all brand new, so I
Yeah.
it looks new, but is it going to last long? Because there are things that don't have as long a life cycle as
That's
something
right.
else. So, just because it looks new doesn't mean it's going to be good.
Yeah. And then here's the other thing, and I've got multiple other things, probably a dozen things to go over.
Or I'll
And
keep
that
my
is,
mouth shut then and let you get to it.
that is one of them is a spray foam. So that is what RHI Homes standard it's a staple, okay? And
Hmm.
that's what they do. They generally spray foam insulation, and it's more expensive up front, but it offers superior air sealing, moisture resistance, and durability. And it leads to better energy efficiency and a longer lifespan. And on the other hand, you might have bad insulation or blown insulation, which many
Hmm.
other builders use, and it meets code, but is it more afford and it's more affordable for them. But in the long run, it's not more affordable for the owner. It's easier to install for them, but it does require additional steps for air sealing, and it may lose R value over time. Okay, and
Yeah.
that's resistance of air coming in and being, too. It's a It's a more energy efficient thing to do with foam insulation. And with blown insulation, periodically you got to blow more insulation in every few
Right.
years.
It's
Uh,
just, and there's air in between it and it kind of moves
Yeah,
around. And sure.
exactly, exactly. So the fourth point I'd like to bring up is the garage. The garage, as a staple, is insulated, it's drywalled, and it has this, and that's the one with the second attic. Okay. And
Nice.
yeah, and there's that concrete lip at the edge of the garage entrance so water can't intrude.
Nice.
And
Yeah, very
so
good.
that's one thing. The fifth thing is wide doorways. So you have RHI Homes, they spend more money in order to produce a higher quality home. 36-inch wide is on the first floor. And if you're doing 36-inch wide doorways, normally it's less than that, 33, 30, or so, or 32
Okay.
even. And so this is great for ADA reasons, for American Disabilities Act
I hadn't
reasons.
thought about
It's
that. Right.
yeah, it's great for baby strollers. It's great for aging in place.
Hmm.
And then the sixth thing is the foundation is uniquely constructed with concrete block reinforced with rebar
Wow.
and then poured concrete inside every single block.
That it? My gosh, this thing's never coming down.
It's amazing. And this builder honestly spared no expense whatsoever in constructing this these are classical or classic colonial homes, right?
Okay.
The seventh thing I wanted to mention is the builder is extremely responsive to the consumers
Okay.
and their real estate agents. He has a lot of respect for the real estate agents. And in my experience, it can be hard to stay on top of the communication with the builder. Sometimes they forget to update the buyer's agent when they should be included in the entire process. So I really like the fact that they respect the professional agents that are involved
It's
in
good.
bringing the deal together. The number eight, I would say the builder gives once a week updates. So they email the buyers and their agents once weekly in order to provide detailed construction updates. That includes photos, that includes everything that happened that week, that includes, hey, what decisions do you have to make? And by when this deadline is,
Mhm.
what choices do you have involved? And when are we expected to be able to close on the project? So it's really good to have all those kinds of updates. Again, go to rhi-homes.com and you'll see some of the RHI difference. They're also, believe it or not, number nine, weekend workers. Almost every weekend of good weather, the subcontractors are more than willing to work as needed. Why? Because they care. Why do
Mhm.
they care? They care because the owner investor is super fast in paying them for their expertise. He has a lot of respect for those blue collar workers, a lot of respect for them. And ditto for the vendors and the suppliers for all of the equipment you need and all of the products that you need in order to build a house. And that's kind
Mhm.
of rare. Usually they'll make you wait. The builders, won't pay you for 30 days, sometimes more,
Wow.
and in order to pay their subcontractors and so forth. The 10th thing I want to mention, workers know that they need to do their absolute best. And for example, the owner investor noticed that the tile contractor installed some of the tile in one of the primary bathrooms slightly crooked. Okay. And instead of, they didn't offer to fix it. And so the subcontractor was like, it's too much to fix. And it's only off by, not even, 7/8 of an inch or so whatever it was. And without worrying about the extra cost, the owner investor hired another subcontractor to come in, rip it all out, all of it.
Oh my gosh.
And
Wow.
literally, yeah, every single tile in the bathroom shower and start all over again. And they got it right.
Well, I'm glad they
So
did, but yeah,
mhm.
what's the expression in building, measure twice, cut once.
That's exactly right. And, that happens. So, number 11, the project management and the ownership management, they're always showing up daily. They're not just a once a week, kind of like come and check on things and let things go. They're not like that at all. The 12th thing is the county inspectors absolutely love RHI homes. They're always coming by to approve the permits, and they consistently say, "You guys do a really good job,"
Oh,
and
good.
they notice the superior construction work, and they truly, truly appreciate it.
That's
And
good.
so the reputation here means something. Guess what? Even with the utility companies. So usually the power company tells other builders their lead time for running the power to the new construction, saying it's like 3 weeks or so, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, yeah, no, not with them. With RHI Homes, for that owner, they get to the property in 48 hours.
That's a good
And
reputation.
that is a hugely good reputation. And this kind of responsiveness is due to the highly respected uh, builder owner, two different people. What he has done is he has hired the owner investor has hired a fantastic crew, and they are just attention to detail, their attention to customer service, their attention to um, doing things the right way is admirable. So go to rhi-homes.com and check all that out, but also go to look at more information in regards to our uh, all of the things that we go over every single week, and we love to do it. We just love to do it for you. And go to findhomesrealty.com/podcast, and we are more than happy to answer questions, and please come to us when you're ready to buy or sell. And we will we love working with our customers, and we appreciate everybody that listens to the program.
Well,
Um,
it's a great. I think, I can't. I hope that you run out of food. You're so busy up there on. So it's Wednesday. What time does it start again on
So
Wednesday?
Wednesday, June 18th, 11 to 2, serving Mission Barbecue in the garage, and we're offering free professional headshot photos for realtors. And you know what? It's okay if you come too and bring your family, bring your realtor with you. We'll also have a public open house on Sunday, June 22nd, and that is from 1 to 4. And there's no food there, but we're gonna party hardy on June 18th and June 22nd.
Well, it sounds like a wonderful time. These sound like beautiful homes, and I remember meeting the fellow who's in charge, the fellow who's invested in this build out.
Yeah.
And Ruckersville is an incredible area anyway, there.
Mhm.
So go visit Cynthia. It's findhomesrealty.com, and have a wonderful Saturday today. And hopefully lots of people have you running around, and to your husband, I hope you guys have a wonderful Father's Day weekend planned, and we'll talk to you soon.
Happy Father's Day to you as well, and anybody listening who's a dad.